Shavua Tov, welcome to this week's YouTube Weekly Halacha. On Thursday this week, we start Yud Zayin B'Tammuz, the 17th of Tammuz, which is the beginning of the 3 weeks of mourning. We mentioned it a bit last week. And during those 3 weeks in particular, we try to be very vigilant on not speaking Lashon Harah. Now, Lashon Harah is it's not an easy mitzvah to fulfill. It's something very, very difficult that we all succumb to at some point or another. But I wanted to go through 7 principles as iterated by the Chofetz Chaim, where he talks about 7 times when you can speak Lashon Harah. So there's the heter, it's the leniency you've all been looking for. So if you fulfill these 7 categories, you can speak Lashon Harah. Number 1, the thing of which you are talking, you have witnessed. It's not that you hear rumors or anything, you've seen it for yourself, you saw what happened. Number 2, you know that what you saw, you understood it completely. It's not that you saw something, you jumped to conclusions, oh, he's a gunner, or he's a thief, or he's cheating on his wife. You know that what you saw was true because you have absolute evidence for it. Number 3, you try to rebuke him. You go to the individual and you say to them, this is inappropriate form of action, and try to get them to correct their ways. And they still refuse. Number 4, when telling the information, you don't exaggerate it. You tell it very factually and how it happened without any exaggeration. Number 5, you have to have pure intentions to help the listener. Your motivation can't be revenge, or you want to get at them, or you want them to suffer loss. Your pure motivations have to be for the benefit of the listener so that they don't suffer as a consequence of the Lashon Harah. Number 6, there's no other way of doing it other than telling them. So for example, if you know somebody who borrows money and never pays it back, and your friend is about to lend them money, or say invest in them, so you go to your friend and you say, listen, I've got a better opportunity over here. Or do things in a different way that circumvents you having to say, that guy's a crook, or this guy's dishonest, whatever the case might be. And that's a more positive way of doing it. And number 7 is you have to look at what is the potential damage to the person of which you're speaking Lashon Harah about. If somebody's going to lend him $10 and he's not going to pay it back, now you're going to defame him in the community. It's a bit extreme to do that things. You have to understand that the guy might be a no-gooder, and he might be rotten, and we need to deal with him. But if by speaking Lashon Harah about it, you're going to cause him more damage than he possibly could cause to the community, then you've got to be very, very careful. So those are the 7 principles that, assuming you can maintain all of those, you have pure intentions, which I think is probably the hardest of the lot, and you know it's a fact, it's not a rumor, and you've tried rebuking them, and it's to no avail. Once you've fulfilled all of those, then you can speak Lashon Harah. So let's start working on it. This week, starting of the 3 weeks, we're really supposed to be working on this Lashon Harah. Wish you luck. See you next week. Shavua Tov.